A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. They run with a former Jaguar. It's T.J. Yeldon. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On second down, here's Yeldon. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
Quit talking about it. Let him play it.
A first down carry now for Yeldon. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Let's go, team. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
56. Pilot, 64. Weak.
LaShawn McCoy, the 31-year-old running back, his first carry. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Third and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. That one complete to Yeldon. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. T.J. Yeldon, his 6th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team's going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has the overall health of a team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, the other team might think to itself, it's been a short week. We're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Big Shaq Lawson gets the sack there. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
Tremaine Edmonds, the Bills' leading tackler as a rookie last year, in on the stop there. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his 2nd rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League. Flush to his right, letting one fly deep for Cooper. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
Well, you know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset.
Yep.
Draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. Who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Throwing now is Allen. He finds McCoy. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny? When we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of the game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Prescott from the gun. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Now Prescott on 4th down. Complete to Jason Witten. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. A first down throw for Prescott. Caught left side by Cobb. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, touchdown number 18 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
Let's go.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Allen over the middle. He's got Watkins. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now Allen to throw on 3rd and 2. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. And there on the tackle, Shaq Lawson. On 2nd down now, it's Elliott. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now Prescott. And that will be incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Very good return that time. 18 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
At the 46-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
I got one. Hey, hold. 61, Max Fox, White.
Now T.J. Yeldon, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
It's a gain of 4, and it gets him the first.
So how would you describe that one, partner? Workmanlike right there, getting that first down, blue-collar type football?
Yeah, only needed 3, got 4, just enough. I like workmanlike.
I think it's pretty cool myself. Everything doesn't have to be high glamour in this game.
132 fighter.
A shotgun handoff now to Yeldon. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Mark 55, Mark 55.
Pass 85, pass 85.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long.
Get ready. Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. His first running back, McCoy. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The Bills send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Second and 9 now from the 21.
You better bring it. You better bring it.
Looking to throw. Prescott. This one caught left side by Cooper. There he goes. Amari Cooper. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, 79 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is the absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Prescott. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. Looking back to Cooper's numbers from last year after that trade, he ended up playing 9 games with the Cowboys in 2018. 725 yards, 6 scores. Also had the 100-yard game in the playoffs against the Rams. And if you add up the numbers between the two teams last year, he was over 1,000 for the 3rd time in 4 NFL seasons. Fourth down, Prescott. And that is caught. It's Witten for the Cowboy touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Runs over it, and they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now,
looking for Benjamin, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Jordan Lewis.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
At the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
You got nothing.
Here's Elliott. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there, you know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Under.
Mike's 40.
We go 47.
Short. Watch the time.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Hey, tight. Go.
So after the INT, it's Allen. And Beasley with it over the middle. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Here we go.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Mike 55.
Hey, exit.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Hey, Haywood.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. Check 55.
Allen now looks to throw. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Allen throwing on 3rd and long, eluding the pressure right, and he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They go to Elliott again. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Slam.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
To throw is Prescott. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Intended that time for Cooper.
At their own 48-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
To throw again on 2nd down. Allen, he finds Yeldon. It's a gain of 5, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Yeldon. Yeldon fighting. He lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, wahoo!
48.
On play action, Allen. Forced out to his left. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And he'll be out of bounds. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
They come out here in the eye. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now goal. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
At the Cowboys' 3-yard line.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back.
They'll try to punch it in with Yeldon, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. T.J. Yeldon, his second touchdown of the afternoon, and the Bills cut into that lead. Now Hausch can attack on the extra point. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now.
Makes the score Cowboys 48, Bills 17.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. And he goes out right around the 39. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings us 2nd and 2.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Buying time to his left. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A 20th carry here for Elliott. Touchdown, Cowboys! Ezekiel Elliott. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, team six.
Now Allen throwing again. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Yeldon was always reliable out of the backfield for Blake Bortles, and now he has a chance to help out another young quarterback in the same way in Josh Allen. But you look at the numbers a season ago, 55 catches, almost 5. And a big loss here as he's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. Throwing on 2nd and long. Allen. And the pressure gets to him again. Off the edge, it's Tyrone Crawford with a sack. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case, because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Alert! 55, right there in the middle.
Bravo!
That's the run. Mike 55.
5 wide.
Mike 55. Hey, eat.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. Now a desperation throw deep, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And Xavier Woods with a pick, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Elliott. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution.